Hi, it's Chris Watkin here, and I'm joined again by Luke Jones, and he is here to talk to us about estate agency systems and modelling. Luke, why aren't UK estate agents very good at systems and modelling? Talk to me.
Well, I think that there isn't really a precedent here of giving the employees the entire array of systems and processes. I think it's much more of a kind of prescriptive process. And I think that in the US, under the brokerage model, which we could talk about the differences maybe in another video, but the brokerage model really supports their agents to just follow proven models and systems. Now, in the UK, there is no proven model and system for this because it's quite new.
But
So
surely the job, whether you're self-employed or not, the job of an estate agent is basically to get more people to ask you out on the valuation appraisal and get their houses on the market.
Well, right. And so what you want to do is you want to have a very detailed, robust system behind that. So I don't know if you've read, Tony Robbins' books, but what he talks about is modeling the success of those that have been there before us. And so really like detailing it out. And so for me, systems and processes are the function of following the models, right? So modeling behavior, modeling those that have done it before us.
So the modelling is the strategy, whilst the system is the tactic.
I guess so, yeah. So what you want to have is you want to have a goal, right? And then you want to have like what are the main models around achieving that goal?
Because it's a bit like UK's a lot of agents like systems, but probably that's too micro. And what you're saying is the modelling is the way it brings all the systems together.
I think that's right. Yeah, I think that's a really good way of looking at it. So I think the model sits on top of the systems and the processes, and crucially the tools. So you've got systems, processes, tools, but they need to fit inside of a model, right? So, and then the model will show you how to get X results by doing Y.
So do you think, you've been in the UK, I mean, you're obviously ex-British, but you went to America, now you're back. Do you think the UK do you think most estate agents use models, or do they just pick and mix the odd system here, but they just pick it because they used to do it, or,
To be honest, I don't know, because I haven't been inside of lots of estate agents in the UK, and I was never an estate agent before moving back here. What I do know is the US models really well, and I've worked inside a bunch of them. And I think that in an effort to try and create an environment where people can thrive more, the idea is to bring some of those models into agency.
Okay, but is there anyone actually in the UK that has fully embraced the Keller models and working well? Because plenty of people are, oh, it won't work here. Sending birthday cards to people. I mean,
which, by the way, is not just a Keller thing, right? I mean, it's just that's a marketing 101 type of thing. But I think that there is a lot of individuals now that are running really successful teams based on proven models and systems, and they're following the kind of blueprint of success, if you like, which is kind of well documented.
I mean, the models that you talk about are fully available, aren't they? I mean, again,
fully available. Anyone can even go into the bookstore and buy them. And here's the thing that I think is really interesting is that the models that were put together in this one particular kind of blueprint, which is called The Millionaire Real Estate Agent, which is the book,
it's
right?
the red book.
It's the red book.
I tell you what, for its due, it's bloody good. I mean, again, Jodie, let's put a picture on the screen now and just show people what that one's like.
So it's a really, really good book, right? But crucially, it's not a book of one person's opinion. It was kind of synthesizing and crystallizing all of these proven successful strategies and tactics across hundreds of different agents, and then putting them all inside of one thing. And then off the back of that, building out like loads and loads of models that really work. And now this is not just about models for agents, it's also models for leadership, it's also models for recruiting talent, it's also models for accounting, it's models for everything.
In this book. And then what are you then saying is that in the UK, because we're not used to such models, you guys at Keller have then taken those models, and because the book is quite thick, and basically expanded it 3 or 4 times and really gone granular with your system.
Really gone granular. So what it is the blueprint is there, and it's a quick read, right? But it's 250 pages. So it's a big book, but not like.
So that so
but
the red
then you can
the,
chunk it into all these different components.
so the red book is the strategy, the systems, the strategy or the model,
Yeah.
whilst the tactics are, it's a bit like using war games. Is this the model is I want you to go from that country to that country. The tactics are how we're going to take that actual pillbox out.
Yes, I mean, a good analogy. And I guess the point is that wherever you are in the journey, whether you're a brand new agent or you're an absolute rock star team leader, or whether you are contemplating owning a franchise or whatever it is, there's going to be a model and a precedent for how to do it.
But again, you talk. If you don't mind me saying, Keller. You seem to attract people who are not existing agents, and do know for a fact that you have brought existing agents into Keller, and I don't want this to become a Keller fest at all. But one thing that I have noticed is that you can't pick a mix. That if you're going to go with Keller, pardon me, with its models and its systems and its tactics, you have to wholeheartedly really go with both feet. But British people, British valuers, British estate agents don't seem to want to do that.
Yeah, I mean, for sure, it's not going to be for everybody, right? And so again, I think that what you want to do is lead the person to discover that why wouldn't they follow the system? And then why wouldn't they just simply copy the blueprint? And so again, they would need to choose to do that based on, it looks like someone is getting huge results and living the life that they want to live, and I'd like a piece of that. I'd like to do that. So why wouldn't I follow it?
I mean, again, in another model which I do like, EXP, there's plenty of people that are very successful, and there's plenty of people who are absolutely dire at it. And I think it really comes down to having a plan, bloody hard work, and playing the long game. Which I've read The Millionaire, the book. That's kind of what it is. There's a plan. This is what you do, stick with it and work hard.
And I think that if there was a distinction to be drawn between the two things that you mentioned at the beginning, between the EXP and the Keller Williams, for example, is that Keller Williams is very inclusive, including like newbies, right?
Yes.
So brand new people. And it's our opinion that what you want to do is set them up for success by ensuring that they have a solid foundation.
Well, if you don't mind me saying, the Keller training just blows everyone out the water. It's exceptional.
I mean, it's the best in the world. It is,
superb.
and quite literally is the #1 training company in the world of all businesses, right? Not just real estate. So it's a very, very proven and successful training and coaching and technology company. But crucially, the agent has to choose whether or not they want to be part of that or a number of other brokerages. And that's really it's not so much to do with the models or even the teaching and the training, the coaching. That's more to do with culture, I think. And so, but I think that there is a clear differentiation between a company that offers incredibly robust models and blueprints and like, do this, do this, do this, do this, and you'll get X, versus, a place where could be an awesome culture, could be a great place that you could really thrive. It might be a better fit for you. But if they don't offer that, it might not be able to help you in the way that you need at that juncture.
I think the magic thing is this, boys and girls, is go and do some homework, talk to some people. Don't just talk to the people that are trying to sell you something. Talk to the people that have succeeded. Talk to the people that have failed. Take everything they both say with a pinch of salt. Quite often the issue is the person looking at them in the mirror, isn't it?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Luke, thank you for your times today.
You're welcome.
And in other videos, I want to talk about coaching and estate agency systems, UK versus USA estate agents, and other great things, if that's okay. Thank you for your time.
With pleasure. Thank you.